I am back at Mansory. I'm gonna find out all the interesting details about their car tuning and what's so special about them.
Yo, 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 yo.
Thank you. Okay, you guys, so some of you asked me to record what I eat in a day, and that's how my day starts. I ordered some Joe and the Juice, and I'm gonna show you what's inside. So I've got a little acai bowl here, which I don't have every day. I have it quite rarely, actually, maybe once a week or so. And I've got a matcha latte here, a large one without any syrups and coconut milk. So that's my breakfast. So I started my day with an acai bowl and a matcha latte. And now I'm on my way somewhere really special. Well, because you guys really liked that video where I was in First Motors, today I've actually decided to go to Mansory. So everybody knows Mansory tuning. Today I'm gonna find out more about it, where it's from, what it's all about, why it's so expensive, and why it's worth getting a Mansory car. You know, I was thinking, who would have thought that out of all my videos, where I put in quite a lot of effort into showing you lifestyle and what I eat and what I do and family times, you actually like the cars the most. Can't blame you guys, I also love cars. Let's go and see what the buzz is all about. Is that how they say it? The buzz. Yesterday, by the way, was a very strange day. It felt like everybody's brains in Dubai was lacking oxygen, seriously. We had a sandstorm here and the driving was just crazy. I don't know if anybody has ever told you, or if you live here, of course you know. The driving in Dubai is just insane. It literally drives me crazy sometimes. Every time I'm on the phone with somebody and I'm driving, I'm cursing so much. I'm like, why are you driving that way? It feels like the whole world, like people from all parts in the world came here to sort of drive by their own rules. That's how it feels like, or without rules. But they're trying to implement some very, very strict rules here with like AI cameras and everything. The other day I actually got a fine for crossing one of those lines that, you know, not the dotted lines, but like the, you know what I mean? And it's actually an AI camera that caught me. And I was thinking of appealing, but then I was like, you know, what can I do against the camera? They took a picture of how I was standing there, so. Oh, and the other thing I have heard is that those AI cameras, they can also detect whether you're using your phone in your car as well, which is crazy scary. Of course, I try not to use my phone while driving, but you know, every now and then you have to just check what somebody texted you, like work or something. Patience here. So yeah, gotta be really careful if you live here. And you're also not allowed to eat. There are loads of fines for everything, but for the phone I think you get a really big fine. So careful. Ich hab heute nichts versäumt, denn ich hab nur von dir geträumt. Wir haben uns lang nicht mehr gesehen. Komm, lass mal zu dir rübergehen. Alles was... Who knows that song? Admit it, you love it. Nena, the 80s. Most of the car houses are located on Sheikh Zayed Road, and you can actually see here as well that First Motors, where I was last time, is just on the opposite side to Mansory. There are also some other car houses there, car salons, whatever they're called. So arrived here, parked, now just need to pay for the parking, and off I go to Mansory to check out the cars. You guys, believe it or not, it's 43 degrees today. I was actually thinking of going to the beach today, because I was, yesterday I was lying by the pool and I was thinking, oh, actually it's not that bad. But today it's just difficult. It's very humid. And yesterday I was actually reading why Dubai is so humid. It's actually quite a unique climate of the Gulf, of the humidity being here so high. This bringing the dew point really high, it basically tells you how well you can tolerate weather, and the higher the dew point, the worse it is. The humidity here is very high because of the sea, obviously, because of the heat. It evaporates and gets into the atmosphere, and hot air can hold humidity much easier than cold air. So that's why it's so difficult in summer here to spend time outside. But we've got lots of indoor activities, thank God, and one of those being the one that I'm doing at the moment. Okay, that's not the entry. The entry is the entrance. Oopsie. Look at that. Have you guys noticed that Mansory tuning looks particularly aggressive, I'd call it. Like, look at the Rolls Royce, for example. It is a very sort of elegant car usually, but with Mansory tuning, it becomes gangster. Do you agree? It's a gangster car with lots of comfort. Wow. Even the inside is completely different. Does it have the... No, it doesn't have the stars. You know, the ceiling. Okay, let's continue. What do we have here? You can't even recognize cars anymore. Geez, I'm lost. Usually I'm quite good with car models, but it's difficult, and I'm afraid to say something wrong. I know that's Lamborghini. Wow. That must be a Bentley. Look, it looks so different than what Bentleys usually look like. Again, it became a gangster version of a Bentley. Would you guys drive it? Crazy. You guys have to tell me what your favorite one is so far, out of the ones that I've just showed you. Is that a Mansory Shisha? That's crazy. I am in love. This is a GT3, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. And again, I need to find somebody to explain me all about Mansory. What it takes to buy one, how much these cars are, how much the tuning is, how long it takes to order one, whether you can order one straight away. These are all the questions that I have, and I'm very curious to find out. Maybe one of the nice sales representatives will be able to answer them to me. Wow, this is crazy nice. I think actually, out of them all, my favorite one is the Rolls Royce. You thought I'd say this one, right? No. I'm a Rolls Royce girl. I love them. So these guys here at Mansory actually take things very, very seriously. So I have just arranged an appointment with one of the sales representatives that has the biggest clue about everything there is to say about Mansory. I am going to meet him tomorrow or today, whenever he comes in, to discuss the cars. And luckily I just live 13 minutes away from Mansory, so it's not a problem for me to come back again. And besides, I love spending time here, so why not? Look, they even have Mansory scooters. How awesome. Little merchandise here. Pirelli boat with Mansory tuning. Bugattis. And even shoes. Let's check out these shoes. Would you get these? I think they're actually quite cool. Shape is nice. Remind me a little bit of Vans, but tuned Vans. You guys, I didn't realize that my orthopedic center where I usually go to get my prescription for massages is actually very close to Mansory Tuning as well as First Motors. So I am going to use the time while I'm here now to go and see my doctor to get my prescription for my physiotherapy. And I'm sure I can't film in a hospital, but we'll see whether they'll tell me off. So just finished my doctor's appointment. Yeah.
For 1 week you there and
Where?
St. Peter's.
St. Peter's? What, you mean Russia?
I am going.
You're going to Russia?
Come back.
No, I'm staying here.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, that's funny. That man also has a vlog, and he's quite successful. You guys, please subscribe to my vlog so I get some more followers as well. Yeah, just finished my doctor's appointment. It was really good. It was really fast. Got my prescription. So now I can get physiotherapy. How amazing is that? And I just called my friend Olga, who's hanging out at home lately. So Olga, come out a bit more often. Despite it being 43 degrees, it's not that bad. And we're meeting in Emirates Mall now because she has something to do there, and I just want to stroll around and not hang out at home, so I'm going to join her. Later on, hopefully from Mansory, they're going to call me when the salesperson who actually likes being on vlogs is there. Maybe tomorrow they'll call me, so we find out a little bit more about the cars. Maybe I'll be filming some more reels today. I already filmed one this morning. They get a lot of views. Please view my long format as well. Oh, and if anybody liked the video about Mansory cars that I am filming today, also switch to the one about First Motor cars. That was also really interesting. That was actually quite in depth. You'll find out all about the prices of cars and so on and so forth. I've just realized I don't have a sweater in my car and I'm dressed like that, so I might go home and change because I'm all sweaty now, and if I enter a mall where there's literally 16 degrees, I might get a cold. So let's quickly head back home, change, and then go to Emirates Mall. The alternative would be to go to Emirates Mall and get something from H&M or Zara. Hoodie number 100, which I only wear in malls. Maybe I'll just go back home and do it. Otherwise it's a waste of money, isn't it? I am back at home and I've just got my groceries delivered. I've got some cherry tomatoes here. Then I have an avocado, which I'm planning to mix with these chickpeas in a blender and create a paste. Once I have the paste, I'll put it on a little bit of bread. So that's the plan for lunch today. This is my lunch and it's chickpeas ground with avocado, and it's not fully ground, that's how I like it, and some tomatoes on a piece of sourdough bread. And as a dessert, I'm gonna have some tea and the same slice of sourdough with a bit of honey. This is sort of my go-to lunch. It's super quick and easy to make and tastes really good. I am back at Mansory. The person who was meant to answer my questions and happy to be in the video is still not there. But because I don't have time and I want to finish filming, there is one guy who decided to answer all my questions, but he's going to be behind the camera. So it's going to be me talking about the Mansory tuned cars. I'm going to find out all the interesting details about their car tuning and what's so special about them. I honestly love Mansory cars. Write in the comments what you think about them. I think, at least from my knowledge, the best tunings are AMG, Brabus and Mansory. Out of all of these, AMG is probably the one that you see most common. Mansory is one that you see quite often in Dubai, but not in Europe. I remember when I lived in London, I used to see quite a lot of Mansory cars as well, but most of them were actually coming from Dubai or from the Middle East. Yeah, and Brabus is, again, a European thing, a rare European thing, I find. Here, obviously, you have quite a lot of G-classes, which are Brabus tuned, but I've heard, and correct me if I'm wrong, that some of these Brabus tunings are fake. I think in my next week's episode, I'm actually going to drive to Brabus and find out all about that. Okay, everyone, let me show you around the Mansory shop. So here we've got a Bentley, which is their cheapest car for 2.2 million. So the cheapest car in the Mansory store in Dubai. Over there we've got the white SF90 Stradale Ferrari and the green Ferrari SF90 Spider. Later on I'll show you the F8 which is also there. Here we've got the Cullinan with the aggressive carbon look that the Mansory tuning stands for. So Mansory stands for fiber, carbon fiber, speed and status. And that's why people get these cars. Here we've got the Porsche Turbo S. So gorgeous. Let me show you some more cars. Over there we've got the most expensive car in the showroom, and that is the G-Wagon pickup, and it's being sold at the moment for a crazy 14 million dirhams. It's limited edition, of course, or all in camouflage. Inside we've got some yellow design, everywhere marked with Mansory. Very beautiful. I wouldn't have thought that the most expensive car out of them all is the G-Wagon. Would you? Here we've got a Lamborghini Urus. I was actually asking whether the manufacturers of the cars, so Lamborghini, Mercedes and so on, if they're okay with Mansory tuning the cars and completely changing their exhaust, their engine sometimes, everything. And they said that, well, they have to kind of like it because they just buy the cars and just go for the tuning. They have had a lawsuit once with Ferrari, but Mansory won it because I probably think that they're not doing anything bad with the image of the car, the cars that they buy. They make it even more luxury, more expensive. So I guess it enhances the image, and it just belongs to, it sort of belongs to the world now that Mansory exists, Brabus and AMG, and other tuners, of course, as well. So here we've got the G-Wagon, which is also limited edition. Very beautiful. So most of the carbon parts, or all of the parts, are being manufactured in Bavaria in Germany. And they are then sent to Dubai to be installed and polished into the car. Small installments, so say for example, a little tuning takes around 1 month. And if you decide to change everything about your car, it can take up to 4 months. So we're speaking engine, exhaust, everything to be changed. You've got the Rolls-Royce Cullinan again. The average price of the car in the Dubai store is around 3 million dirhams. So most of the cars are sold for that price. Pretty expensive, huh? If you already paid for your Cullinan 2.5 million, you have to add another 1.5 million to do the full body kit by Mansory. What do you guys think? Is it worth it? I was also asking what they think about Brabus, which is also a German car tuning. And, well, they of course said Mansory is much better, but they're not competing with them. Their main difference is that they work with a lot of brands, whereas Brabus only works with G-Wagons mainly. So that's, again, the Bentley, which is the cheapest one in the showroom. It costs 2.2 million dirhams. Think about it, that's the cheapest car they have. Very gorgeous. Very aggressive look for a usually very elegant car. There we've got the Ferrari Stradale, the white one. The Spider Ferrari. And that's the blue one that I wanted to show you. That's the Ferrari F8. There we go again, Lamborghini. So yeah, they also customize actually bikes, jet skis, golf carts, and they have a lot of attention to detail, as you can see. So a very luxury car that's already very luxury becomes even more luxury and more expensive to enhance the status. That's, I believe, is a Rolls-Royce Spectra. I was also asking whether there is a waiting list for Mansory cars. And no, there isn't really a waiting list. So the cars that they have in the showroom, you can, as long as it's not sold already, you can just take with you. You can pick it up. And the other ones that you bring there will take 1 to 4 months to tune. They also work with BMWs, which I didn't know. They work with BMW XM, M5 and the 7 Series. If you're wondering about the price of jet skis, how much they would be to tune with Mansory, that's around 350 to 450,000 dirhams. That's the beautiful bike that they have. Very stylish, I think. Yeah. So they can go up to a max of 1,000 horsepower with their G-Wagons. It's very fast. And I was again wondering about the aerodynamics of G-Wagons, whether they can actually do it. And they said on a German Autobahn, no problem. They'll go for full-on speed.